the greatest fear is the fear of death, you know. But it is also the most liberating. Death is the one certainty we all share, yet it's the one thing that many of us avoid thinking about. We treat it like a distant shadow, something that is lacking, something that is inevitable. But we rarely confront it head on. And here's the paradox. It's not even that death that robs us of life. It's the fear of it. Fear of death is not meant to paralyze you. It's meant to prioritize you. You know, the fear of death exists on not to scare you into hiding. It exists so that it can awaken you to start living. Because when you become aware that your time is limited in this world, then every interaction gains weight. Every word spoken, every risk taken, every opportunity missed matters. That fear pushes you to ask, what am I doing with this hour? What am I doing with this day? What am I doing with this breath? Am I living for someone else's expectation or my own truth? If this moment were my last, would I be at peace with how I have showed up? You know, in that light, then now death becomes a compass. A reminder that you stop wasting your life. Now, once you conquer the fear of death, then all other fears will shrink. I mean, think about it. If you are no longer afraid to die, will you still be afraid to fail publicly? To walk away from something that drains you? To say what you actually really feel? To love deeply even if it might end? As in, most fears, rejection, failure, judgment, heartbreak, I mean, name them, are all rooted in survival. They are just small deaths. But once you face the ultimate death, then everything else becomes noise. When you no longer live in fear of the end, then now you begin living with the freedom in the now. Death now becomes a mirror that reflects your authentic living. People chase longevity. Longevity. But what they need is depth. Living longer doesn't mean living better. You can live 80 years and never fully show up. But when you embrace mortality, you begin to shed the performance, the delays, the excuses. You start choosing what matters over what's expected. You take the leap. You know, you say, I love you. You know, you quit the job. You build the dream. You hold space for stillness because you know you don't have forever. You know, death is not the opposite of life. It's what gives life meaning. Without death, life will lose its urgency. Without endings, beginnings would never matter. If everything lasted forever, then nothing will be sacred. It's the impermanence that makes a kiss powerful, a moment memorable, you know, a person unforgettable. So no, you're not supposed to fear death. You're supposed to respect it, to learn from it, to let it sharpen your clarity and deepen your gratitude. You know, fear of death is not the enemy. Unconscious living is. The moment you stop fearing death is the moment you start truly living. Not recklessly, but intentionally. Because when death no longer owns you, then now life finally belongs to you. My people, heal. Heal.